Okay, this chapter basically should confirm it. Their win is now in the bag. So if they were, for some strange reason, not win, then I have all the right to fully rant if that happens. And why do I say that this wing is in the bag? Well, only because of one single scene in this chapter. That one scene is the one foreshadowing clue that yes, this win is in the bag. And what is that one win? Well, let me put this in these words. The first seat and the second seat stripped. Their foodgasm took off their clothing, and note Rindo have eaten a lot of different food, and she has not yet lost her clothes. This time, she did. That's the foreshadowing that, yeah, this win is in the bag. And it was about damn time! But of course, we still have to wait until we really see that winner. Yes, this is the Shokugeki no Soma chapter 260. Not necessarily a bad chapter. The only thing bad is the enormously annoying pacing! That is the only thing that is annoying about this chapter. The rest I can actually for once give some very big credits. Of course, Erin, the angry anime fan here to give you this thing. First of all, she serves a gorgeous, thin, juicy meat, which is apparently an oyakodon, which is not exactly, well, a main dinner. It's more like a don. Of course, the rebels wonder what she is really doing. And of course, the arrogant and extremely obnoxious Asami refuses to taste it because this is not gourmet. Oh, Asami! Just how much of a hypocrite do you have to be? And what I'm screaming about is the fact that you are a freaking judge. A judge can give all the hateful comments, although technically I don't really like the idle judges either. A judge is a judge. He has to be completely fair. And now you're not even gonna taste it because of you don't think it's to your standards and the fact that it's full of impurities. Oh my god, Asami, you are scum. You don't even deserve to be called a judge. You don't even deserve the Naikiri name. I know you were married into the Naikiri family, but you don't deserve to wear that name. At least the Naikiris would have tasted this dish, and if this dish was not good, they would have said it. Note, So Anakiri, the real son of Saisamon, said, even if this was my own daughter, I would judge fairly and equally, even if that meant my own daughter would be defeated. And now Asami doesn't even want to eat it? Oh my god, Asami, you are digging your grave even deeper than it already is. So of course, Erina pulls a very sneaky line of the fact that she even lampshades. Well, and here I thought suppose a judge was gonna do with one mouth. My father is so amazing that he can just, well, by just looking. She's obviously sarcastic when she says that. So instead, she asks the first and the second seat to taste, and if it's to their need, then he should judge. No, thinking that he has this in the bag, he volunteers it. But first, they have to eat the Soma's appetizer, which they do. Rindo has a reaction, but of course, he doesn't really know if it places in a food court. So then they finally taste Erina's, and part of their clothing get torn off for the first time ever. The power of the thing is affecting them greatly, as the only Elite 10 is smiling as they begin to wonder why this light of this enormous flavor, and they begin to talk about why it contains something like the tender lightness of the chicken meat. It feels like my tongue is melting, and with creamy eggs. The sauce included eggs, cream, salt, and pepper. Was warmly inside a vessel, and the yellow turmeric was radiant with rich scrambled eggs and anything's more. And there was chicken, meat, egg, cream, and sensed by rice packets. And the fact that it's the most important role of all supported by this ingredient wrapped in chicken breast throat. And indeed, and then but they begin to ask about what is that this skillful weapon in this arsenal of cuisine, it can color the aroma and texture of the other ingredients without discriminating from the inherent flavor, meaning that a dogi base made by the seasoning to the crest of the pies, the term is also used rapidly wrapped and baked with it. So Erina realized what they mean by that is that there lies a secret in these ingredients. So with the change in plans, I faced the challenge of devising this new dish on spot. So she added something new. And what did she add? The one thing no one saw coming. Finsley minced squid tentacle and peanut butter. Oh my god! Soma liked to do disaster dishes, just to have a trolling moment. But Erina, no, she actually turned that into a gourmet dish. Oh, that is amazing and pretty funny in the same time. Because apparently the lush taste of the peanut butter has an exceptional hidden flavor, which deepens the body of the chicken meat, and the squid tentacles are salty and bitter, so that perfectly follows up the heavy meat. So it's not just a bad mixture of all this; it created a possible bridge to join together the appetizer and the main dish. Um, she criticizes the ridiculous pairing that Soma pushed along, but by her hands she could transmute it to new heights. I guess this means very well that Erina is not a better chef than Soma. Although technically Soma creates these disaster dishes just to have a trolling moment. He doesn't really aim to them to be completely delicious, although he does pursue it. The fact that Erina did it is all thanks to her god's tongue. She um, she changed the high-grade free-range chicken with the peanut butter squid croat and remade every flavor from the sauce and garnish in order to support them. So that was the perfect, with a single goal, to perfectly harmonize the peak of it all, which will combine with the linger aftertaste of Yukira Soma's dish, would make the dish even more delicious. Sai Simon can only smile at his granddaughters, Deniver, as Soma just casually teases her about, now you steal my things, now you steal my catchphrase. Of course, Sundere Erina says that you asked for this, so I won't have any more whining. And Saitichi can only praise Erina as she shows a very adorable smile. It's almost a Yuki Hirasoma smile. However, on a beautiful girl like Erina, that smile is incredibly gorgeous. And with this, Erina has completely fully changed. Because now Asami cannot be amused. He thought that by locking her in a golden birdcage he could control her, but now she has found her true self in a new cook and a smile on her face. This is Naikiri Erina, the true new chef. A very special course meal indeed. As they as the first and the second seat eats more, finally the pressure surrounds them, and their food gasm strips off their clothing. Prove it. For the first time ever, Rindo's clothes were blown off, which is the first sign that this dish will bring them with victory, because nothing before made Rindo strip. They gave her food gasms, yes, but not a food gasm where their clothes were blown off. So with that, groaning and moaning, Asami has no other choice but to taste it. But he still has an arrogant, smug look on his face. Oh, you piss me off, so no, Asami. However, before they do it, uh, Erina shows a paste and says this dish will transform even more, and this will be the true shape of her speciality. Well, if this dish was powerful enough to knock out the first and the second, how can it become more powerful? I certainly hope it won't destroy the dish. Well, who knows? All I know is that this was for the first time in a while actually a chapter of Shokugeki no Soma I liked, mostly because this finally brought back hope to this manga after a very long time. So I've been thinking for a while now. Is Shokugeki no Soma heading towards its finale? I mean, because of the author's slowing down this regimental de cuisine arc, Shokugeki no Soma has lost a lot of readers. So it's not going to surprise me if it decides to finish it off with this one. In a way, that would be disappointing, but only because there are some parts of this manga that still can go distance, but at the same time, some mangas have to end earlier because you don't want to disappoint fans too much if you go the distance. But still, if this manga were to continue, where will we even go from here? But that is not right now. All I care about is for this freaking Shokugeki to finally wrap up. Oh yeah, by the way, even if this manga would end, I would also be disappointed, most for the fact that Megumi still didn't get justice, despite being a very great character. So yeah, I just want the Shokugeki to wrap up. We probably won't get the wrap up in a long time coming, especially since Golden Week is soon upon us. However, at least now this should be a foreshadowing that this win is in the bag. So if it's not in the bag, well, prepare for me to be enraged. This is basically the chapter. All in all, I didn't mind it. What I mind was the pacing. But you give me your thoughts if you have any.